All right, we're gonna have some sex. Just kidding.
Yay.
Please no.
Welcome to your guys' session 0. Thank you for playing. Thank you for joining me after I asked both of you over the new year. I was like, hey, you want to come join? Because they need a 4th player.
Uh-huh.
For the people watching this on YouTube and not on Twitch, because they don't go on Twitch for the session 0s, thank you for watching. This is going to be probably about an hour-long session, pretty quick. So just keep that in mind if I'm a bit rushy with things.
That's fine. You're not a communist yet.
Not yet. Of course, this game's going to be taking place in the Enlight Galaxy on the world of Garganthria in the time period known as the Age of Guilds. You guys should know that.
We do. We very much do.
Mr. DM, what if I don't know that?
Then I slap you across the face.
And then direct you to the other campaign we're in. Fucking Lamau.
Music will be used in this session, probably. You guys know what luck points are, and you got your luck points. You can go ahead and roll a d6, the both of you.
Private or, just public?
Well, I accidentally did private, and I'm very disappointed. Can I do it public instead?
All right, private is. We won't let the other party know what our luck
You both did it private. Jesus.
Let's go! I'm higher than what I got my first roll on Zonia.
You're keeping your rolls because of that. Ghost got a 1. Ghost got a 1 and Zombie got a 2.
Hey, I'm not gonna take this, but just okay, cool. Thanks. Yeah, thanks, RNGs. Fuck
yeah. Well, I'm happy. I got higher than what I got on Zonia's fucking
Remember,
luck
guys,
roll.
if you have any questions, you can ask me.
I have a question.
Yes.
Can I have more luck points?
No.
I have a question.
Yes.
What is the meaning of life?
God,
42.
It's such a different vibe. God, I'm so used to there being 2 different groups, but now it's just tortured both times. I'm kidding.
You brought this upon yourself.
I know.
You know what you were doing when you brought us along.
Okay, so let's get some music going, and we'll throw you guys into the
consequences of your actions. All right.
Throw you guys into this little shuffle here.
Oh God, we're being thrown help.
Whee!
I think this is the right one.
Oh.
Okay. Through some means or another, the both of your characters had met and decided to head through whatever means of advertisement that you had taken to Dragon Ward's Island, where basically if you were a late recruit, which you guys figured, okay, this is going to be late if we don't show up now, this was the place to go, and was to go there as quick as possible. Now I have to ask for both of your characters, since this is some of the things we need to sort of figure out. One, I'm assuming okay, you guys can answer these questions for me. Your characters met, correct?
Sort of.
Recently.
Yeah.
Very recent.
So that's my next question, is where before you got to the island on this map?
What would be the nearest civilization to this island? Probably this town here.
You don't want to be in that one.
Oh, okay, cool.
Wow, all right.
Probably something civilized with a port, considering it's an island.
There are a lot of
maybe
over
here.
Yeah, over here there are small villages.
Okay.
That's
one big village.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So, would you have taken an airship, or would you have hired a boat? What's your guys' creativity on this?
For Nocturne, he would be stowing away on some form of vessel.
Hrork, would you be going with him?
Well, yes, he's the one who knows where he's going.
So you're both gonna stow away on the vessel, right?
Indeed.
All right, both of you go ahead and roll me a stealth check.
Wait.
Why is that with the... Oh, cool. I set up my sheet wrong, I guess.
Yeah, I'm kind of good at this.
Okay.
It did.
Ha-ha!
Oh, I fixed it. You want me
Not as
to
good.
do it normally, or are you just
No.
gonna take whichever one was first?
You only needed a 10. You're good.
Oh, okay.
So
Woo!
the both of you do hop aboard the ship. I'm gonna give the ship a random name. Would you have stowed away on a smaller ship, a big ship that's like passing by that you would have had to like somehow creatively get onto while it was moving? A passenger ship? There's tons of ferries that ferry around.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be a good option if you wanted to stow away on a ferry.
Yeah, I mean that,
Nope.
or just a smaller ship,
Yeah.
or no, larger ship because those are easier to hide on.
See this right here? There's ferries go up and down this all the time.
Okay,
Okay.
then yeah, ferry.
All right. So let's say that you stow aboard a private ferry. Does that feel even better? I can give you guys this. There's a ferry on its way to the island with the same intent as you guys, and you
Oh.
overhear this and decide to jump on. Does that work for you boys?
Yeah,
Oh, did you hear them? It sounds like they're going to where you need to go.
easy.
We should probably commission an affair to get there too.
Commission, please. We ride for free.
Oh, you're already introduced with them. All right, understandable.
Sure.
Okay.
Inciting.
He is not in any way acquainted with them. That
Come
was
on.
sarcastic as fuck.
Well, give it a session. You know. Let's see if Hrork believes you completely or not.
If you want, you can choose to roll deception.
Sure.
Yeah, Hrork believes you. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
The sarcasm goes completely over his head.
Yeah. Okay, so you head aboard this ship. This is a small ferry called the Crown Jewel, which is by staying aboard. If you both want to go ahead and give me a perception check.
Lamau.
I perceive.
I do not.
We will say this is about. So the trip is basically going to be like this, straight to the island.
Mm.
You can tell that. You can tell two things. One, this is a family that owns this. Or it was at once a family-owned thing, and the basically brother and sister saw an advertisement, and they had reached the age where they were done, and they decided they didn't want to go to some form of college or schooling. They wanted to go try to help in a cause they believed in. And so they were heading on out. By the way, both of you, you're going to be on this ship for, we'll say a week.
Damn.
So if you guys feel like you get hungry at some point, you can just eat your rations, or if you like
All right,
steal
deducting
from them.
7 days of rations. Let's go.
Yeah, Nocturne's gonna be stealing some rations.
I will be consuming the rations I brought aboard.
All right, give me a stealth check.
You want stealth or sleight of hand?
I'm gonna ask for both.
Nice.
Okay. Easily enough, you are not spotted. These two seem to be naive and a bit more focused on the excitement at hand of getting to go. They mention things here and there, but a lot of it is just sibling rivalry of just, one-upping one another. They both seem to be of sort of musical nature and in the arts, and they're curious to, you hear them mention at one point, they're like, I wonder if there's going to be anyone like us. And the other one's like, no, you idiot. We're bards. No, I'm kidding. So, a week passes by of drifting time. At nighttime, they keep the boat going. They take shifts in driving and whatnot because they need to get there in time, just like you. They're on a schedule. They end up arriving, and you can see in the distance this huge island. Like, it's pretty damn big, and big enough to where there is a volcano that only takes up maybe half of it, or even just less than that. And at the top of the volcano, because you guys are still out a bit off the shore, you see that there is this giant castle that is very clearly made of basalt and obsidian on the outside, and it is designed to look like a dragon.
Probably where it gets its name.
This place is marvelous. I must paint it.
Go nuts. Be my guest.
You're gonna paint it?
I'll try. I don't really have an easel, though.
Yeah, if you got parchment and, a pen or something, you could just...
I got painter supplies. I assume it'd be, parchment would be included in.
Yep, with your painter supplies, blah 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 blah. That's gonna be performance. So it's charisma.
Could I use my painter's supplies proficiency?
Yeah, that's with charisma.
Yep.
There you go. Looks pretty damn good.
Oh, masterpiece.
You see Nocturne Hrork painting it pretty damn quick too.
Just quick strokes, just and I guess fairly accurate actually. There's probably a little bit of fuzzy details here there. Not a perfect beat, but pretty good.
It's part of the style.
But masterpiece.
Not bad.
Thank you. I'm a pretty well-known artist, so of course it would be not bad.
If you guys want to go ahead and do a brief, because you're gonna get to do it again, description of each other, by the way.
Yeah, yes.
You've never heard of this guy, by the
Absolutely
way.
not.
It went very... Yeah, that's to be expected.
As for physical appearance, Nocturne, very obviously a tiefling. His horns, bone white, with like little streaks of red, as you can see on the token. His lower face is covered by some kind of matte black cloth, possibly leather. It's kind of hard to tell. The tops of his ears are lined with rings. His eyes just barely glow violet, and his skin is the color of dark ash. And long, semi-braided, like dreadlocks are tied behind his head and fall down to his shoulders. He stands about 6 feet tall.
God damn.
God damn,
Hey,
you're
get
tall.
old boy.
Yeah, you're really a tall boy. Meanwhile, are you done?
Yeah.
Okay. Meanwhile, with Hrork, the 7'10" bugbear.
I really wonder how the fuck this dude's hiding on this ferry.
I'll get to that in a second. I didn't know these heights till now, and I'm happy.
Well, see, I have a very plausible reason as to why I can hide.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
the funny thing is that bugbears are actually naturally sneaky.
Which is weird because they're fucking huge.
Yes, exactly. That's what makes it more terrifying. But no, Hrork is, well, brown. He's mostly, he's a bugbear. He's very furry, besides some parts of the face, and lighter brown kind of fur, but mixed with the browner fur and brown eyes. A lot of browns. But clashing against the browns is his red beret and stone shoulder pads, which are strapped on to him through red straps, and he's also wearing his sort of fancier, not really skirt, but just just a nice little fancy sort of thing around his waist, clipped in with a metal ring, and then finally just normal pants with some more red stripes. Wearing nice leather gloves to very fancy-ish looking. He's, but of course, unfortunately, ruined by the fact that they have lots of paint smears on them from different paints. But yeah, he definitely a monstrous looking appearance under nice-ish looking clothes, but also sort of primitive look, with his weapons on his back and also his painter supplies on his sides. Yeah.
Yeah.
No earrings, no piercings. Yeah, that's how Hrork looks.
So Nocturne, Hrork. Easy names to remember for me. That's nice.
But again, yeah, 7'10" tall.
So my
bugbear.
6 foot and 7'10" friends.
6 foot, 7 foot.
8 foot march. The both of you, while you do hide, and I'm not going to take those rolls away, that'd be silly, it is uncomfortable. Imagine that. This fairy is not designed for someone that is 7'10", especially. But because you guys aren't in the lounge areas, I assume, you are in the more, hidden parts of the ship.
Maybe. I can crouch down.
I mean,
if you're sneaking up there, that's fine. But it's a pain in the ass because they're constantly moving around up top, so you're constantly like, let's say.
So good for the crew to accommodate us on this travel, despite the, I guess, lack of rooms available.
During the night, it would be really easy for you. During the day, though, rough.
All I'm saying, literally becoming Shadow really helps.
Yes. But in the day, there is very little shadows up top.
Unless I'm inside.
This is an open deck ship.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, then fuck.
This is like a ferry that is like...
It's more like a barge.
Not a barge.
Kind of.
How do I explain this? Kind of like, think of a fancy little yacht, but ferry style. Designed typically for a family to go enjoy themselves or travel through the channel. Not for a big trip like this. So it was uncomfortable to begin with. But on your way there, you could take it if you're used to being in uncomfortable conditions, then you're fine. Whatever, you take it the way you will. But the conditions themselves for a normal person would be typically pretty bad. But
for us, it's even worse.
Yeah. But that's over now.
Yeah.
Because you see up to the island, Dragon's Ward and Dragon Ward's Island.
Hrork restored the painting of the island away. Yeah, pouch. Yeah. Along with his other masterpieces.
Oh, I thought you said throw it away. Anyway.
Oh no! I said stow it away or something like into that. I can't remember exactly what I said, but definitely on the line of like putting it away. Just with the other paintings.
So it is now the 28th of Burnsworth, if you've been keeping track of days in your mind.
Days? What are days? No, I'm kidding.
And you guys are getting close to the shore, where you notice there are people along the shore that are helping other people basically dock their ships real quick, but it seems like most of the ships are empty, almost as if you are late. That many people have already docked their ships and are inside currently relaxing and whatnot. But now up close with a bigger view of the island, you can see one big massive thing, and that's that this huge set of stairs starts at the top of what would be a triangle and slowly comes down all the way to the bottom of the volcano, becoming a bigger and bigger triangle on its sides, an obtuse triangle, creating an obsidian a basalt staircase that goes all the way to the top. designed to look like fire coming out of the dragon head of the castle. Which the dragon head of the castle is the entrance. It's a fucking massive dragon's skull, actual skull. And you can't see too much of it at the moment up there, because you are pretty far down, obviously, along the shoreline. I'll say this is for funsies because you guys know me. You see a group of 4 individuals going around the side that seem way out of place. That seem to be taking a path that nobody else is on. And there they go. Bye. You'll see them later.
Okay, goodbye.
You two, however, spot this. What are they called? The fish people?
Which ones? Tritons?
Tritons. There you go.
Loka? Or whatever.
The Tritons is what I'm looking for. There's one skinny, tall Triton who is green, and he has a orange fin that goes up the back of his head. And he is waving your ship down, and he's got very crazy eyes. Like, one is going one way, one is going the other. And he's going...
Oh god, he's a murloc.
And he calls out very loudly to the ship. The 2 siblings, are you guys watching the siblings as well during this?
Oh yeah, Nocturne's probably if like the steering area has like a little cabin around it, Nocturne would be sitting on top of it. Otherwise, he'd be sitting like behind whoever's piloting it.
Okay, we'll say you can sit up top easily and hide. Hrork, if you wanna, you can sit next to him, or you can pick a different place to hide.
I mean, at this point, Nocturne's not even gonna hide. We're here. Who gives a shit? What are they gonna do? Throw me overboard? I can just swim there.
In that case, the brother looks out to it and goes, "Sister, what the fuck is that? I've never seen something like that before." And the sister goes, "Yeah, neither have I, honestly." And turns and looks up and sees you.
What's up?
What the fuck are you doing on my ship?
What, you haven't noticed?
No! How did you
Thanks for
get here?
I walked on.
To the ship?
Yeah.
They look at each other with astonished faces.
Hrork, noticing that Nocturne has went up or whatever, like out of the hiding spot, will now finish up his painting. I assuming that this was during time, like the painting. Finally stowed away. Go up. What seems to be the matter?
What the fuck?
Oh yeah, by the way, this should cover the rations I was eating, and Nocturne will toss them 2 gold coins.
They each grab a coin and look at each other, and then look back at you both.
Sorry, I know my hoarded appearance might scare some people.
I think it's more they didn't realize we were here, Hrork.
Wait, what?
What?
What do you mean they didn't realize we were here?
We stowed away.
I committed a crime?
Yeah,
Technically, it's not a crime.
technically it is. This is a private boat.
Eh.
Get
It's
off
not like
our
we're trying to
boat.
common. Well, we will when we get to the island.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I don't know who
Who?
that is. Yeah. Fucking soon above.
You, sir, for the past week that I barely got to know you, since you usually ran off and I just stayed in
I
my
wasn't
corner.
running anywhere. You know that.
But you, sir, have been so far a bad influence.
Oh, you don't even know.
I don't think I want to know.
Oh, you will probably.
Just steer the boat. I don't know. Maybe they'll get all. They said they'll get all. Just steer the boat. Just steer the
We're here for the same reason you two are.
right. You're here
Yeah.
yeah, for the new branch of the creed.
Yep.
You follow the creed?
Looking for money. Figure they pay well.
Right. Okay,
Bounty hunting was getting stale, so.
bounty hunters, drive the fucking boat. Drive the fucking boat.
I'm not gonna fucking hurt you two. Calm down.
The
Fucking hell.
the Aquan man on the shore.
What the fuck is that? Do either of you have any idea what that thing is saying?
I don't have the slightest clue. We don't have many of those.
Yeah, neither do I.
What do we? Do we? All right, just duck, and for sake of time, they will. Sorry, the trident burped.
Now I feel awful. What would have been the average price of the fare here?
To here?
Yes. Like,
A lot.
please.
And Nocturne just nods knowingly at Hrork.
Like, maybe by airship it would have been cheap, or cheaper, but by boat, that's a lot of resources and time spent, and you used our boat, so probably like 100 gold.
Oh, Ooh.
How about this? My name's Nocturne. If you need a favor in the future, call on me.
Their eyes kind of soften a bit at that. You know what? That's fine. Just as long as you get off the boat when we dock.
That's the plan.
I know we wouldn't be on water, well, maybe it would, but, how about I pull out the painting I just recently painted? How about I give you this, and maybe, I know it won't settle the 100 gold, but perhaps you will find it reasonable payment?
Roll persuasion check. With disadvantage.
Oh boy!
I was like, hell yeah, I'm actually kind of good at this. 10.
That's still not terrible.
Yeah.
He like awkwardly takes the painting and just nods, looking away from you. The boat, however, for sake of time, does come to a dock. You hear the trident speaking.
Another masterpiece sold.
The trident is speaking, just going to his other trident friend, which is a female. Triton, sorry. And she comes up to the boat on the side and speaks up. Hello?
Oh, good, common. What's up?
The two of you. Oh, there's four of you. Well, that's fine. The senior officers. Well, I don't know what else to call them, actually. They wanted us to. They wanted some of the recruits to go help new recruits get in and get settled. But first, we have to take all new recruits to the training grounds.
Right.
Right. Of course.
Are you all new recruits? I take it you didn't get lost and accidentally come to this island.
Nocturne just nods after taking like half a second to process what the fuck is being said.
I'm sorry, my accent is new to speaking common. Yeah. That last part was me.
I know.
I don't know, if you want to hop off the boat, I can take you on. Just follow me and my brother. He should be helping tie up the boat right now around that pole. Brother, you're tying up the boat. The other one speaks up. I'm tying up the boat.
Jesus.
The boat's tied up. All right, let's go.
Yeah, Nocturne hops down and makes his way to the dock.
Yeah,
Rourke.
it's.
Follow.
I will say to just lay out you guys' scene. Think of a wild beach that hasn't been taken care of in a while.
Mhm.
Not so much that it has. It actually looks fine. It looks very natural. There's no trash or anything. Or there's no litter. It's just a wild beach that you would see without human touching it. It has been, some things have been moved around, a couple crates taken off of boats. The docks themselves are just tiny little fishing docks. There's no like huge ships here. And you notice that a lot of these boats you can wager are probably from not poor people, but people that aren't like rich nobles, for the most part.
If you just want to follow me right up these stairs, it's gonna be a bit of a hike.
All right.
Sure.
I think in terms of like this, fuck, English fails me today. In terms of athleticism, I should be very well qualified. I was really good at picking up crates and things from tall places.
Well, you don't should have picking the up, I just don't should have follow me. It seems like my brother's taking the other two in. My name is... what the hell do I pronounce this in common again? My name is Soft Side.
It's soft what?
Side.
Pluvia, please. Please, I beg you.
Soft side.
Okay. Thank you.
I will not. Hrork will not remember this because he did not understand what was said.
Yeah, her name translates to soft side.
Nocturne will nod and introduce himself.
Nocturne, it gets like nighttime, like dark stuff.
In a manner of speaking, yes.
It gets really dark underwater sometimes.
If you go deep enough.
I live very deep. It's kind of weird going up above sea level.
Well, my name is Hrork.
Hello, Rock.
That is indeed me.
Yes. So you two are also recruits then.
That's right. You're my brother.
What's the pay like?
I don't know, it's no. Everyone has been sent out on little test missions. And they got well, some of them got compensated with gold because they were a bit pushy. And other ones stayed completely high and just...
Jesus Christ.
I like to think she just like dipped over to the water, just swallowed a bunch of it, just shoveled it into her mouth.
We're going up the stairs. She took out a flask and just kind of drank some water. While they don't need water above ground, it's nice to have sometimes. She continues.
Well, it's not quite like... Yeah, they'll say when you talk to them, come on, let's go up. I'm already supposed to be helping the rest of it, I just saw pull up.
Well, which way to where we're supposed to go?
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, all right.
And
Oh, no.
she's skipping up the steps very quickly.
Nocturne just shakes his head and continues.
If
Suppose
you,
we have to go faster.
yeah, are you both athletic? Do you have good strength scores?
Oh, please! You asked the barbarian if yes. Yeah,
I don't
not
have
that
a
impressive.
negative if that's what you're asking.
Okay, then you're good. It's just gonna have you a bit out of breath when you get to the top.
Hmm.
Ooh, quite the
You-
quite the yeah, quite English is
Okay.
failing me.
It's okay.
Quite
Deal with your
the
success.
climb. This has been quite the climb.
All right, you get to the top, and at the top you see this giant, like I said before, skull. It is just fucking massive compared to all of you. Probably like,
Fucking massive, mate.
probably like,
It's beautiful.
yeah. You can see that it's been kept in place. It doesn't have any designs on it or anything. It's just been kept with its natural beauty. There is a moat of what seems to be like filtered crystal clear water from the sea that goes around the you're at the top of the volcano, obviously, but it's been filled in basically with ground over time.
Such natural upkeep. Such pristine.
You can paint it later.
Yes, I have to wait.
Open the gate!
You see this what seemed to have been closed but is now opened. Is you see the jaw sort of raise up. Or no, you see the what was the closed mouth of the bottom of the skull unhinges and creates this drawbridge, which is essentially the bottom part of the skull.
You might call it a jawbridge.
Whatever it is.
All right, silent or not silent, ghost. You
Yeah,
lose
what up?
all your luck. No, I'm kidding.
So, how about you give me inspiration for that fucking banger of a pun?
So that's what inspiration is luck points in this.
He didn't say no!
I will give you, since you both rolled terrible
No,
luck
you don't.
points.
You don't have to.
I don't have to,
You
but I
don't have
want to.
All right.
So both of you
You
take a
don't.
d6.
And that's how many you lose.
No.
Pog.
A 3. I'm climbing up in the world.
Yep.
Let's go.
So that's a 5 and a 6.
Nut. What? What?
Okay.
I have 5 luck points now. Is what I
In
think
total,
he's trying to
what
play.
you guys have.
Oh, okay, okay.
You
I
have
was
6.
like, hold
You-
up.
You're adding 5. I'm adding 3.
Yeah,
For a total of
yeah.
6 and 5. Yeah.
Okay. So that's what you see in the front.
I walk you through.
And she starts skipping back down the stairs.
Thank you.
Good luck to you two. Sunny side up,
Soft side.
soft side. So that's what they said.
Yes.
Oh, I couldn't really understand them.
It was very hard.
Yes.
There does not
Anyway.
appear. There does not.
Justin.
There does not appear to be any guards.
Strange.
Well, roll insight.
Sure.
Want me to as well, or
Yeah, you can.
okay, all right.
You both can conclude this entire place is technically a place full of warriors, in their own regards. So the need
Fair.
for guardsmen would be unnecessary.
That's what they think.
The jaw open. You see that the two from earlier have already headed in and are heading down the main hall. If you guys wanted to proceed in.
Yeah. Might as well.
Well, like, up to this point, mostly, Hrork just assumed that Nocturne knew the way, or knew all the things about this place, so Hrork is still following Nocturne.
Nice.
God,
Like a
the
lost
skill of
puppy.
bullshit is great.
So, as you enter in, you see that there is this long, like huge grand hallway that splits off to the left and the right and the middle, which also is where like the center hall, like the part that is actually made of a different material, which is the granite that is designed and etched to look like stone, or not stone, scales. Is the like hall pathway that you walk on, but the flooring itself that goes off to the separate rooms to your left and right is more so where it appears to be like maybe a dark marble or something that's been shined pristine. There are pillars that hold up the place, obviously. In front of you, if you look up in the center of the room, there's this huge balcony up on the second floor, where you see a woman who is just sitting there seemingly thinking to herself. She seems a very odd description. She has snakes as her hair.
Ah, Medusa.
And she is got a very beautiful black slit dress on with high heels, high black heels. And she's just kind of like thinking to herself. Her snakes seem to be moving on their own down below. To your left, you see what appears to be just a fancy sitting room. To your right, you see what appears to be like a little church pew room. And then there are stairs, obviously, that go basically in L shapes to the second floor. In the very center, you see this symbol, which is very important.
Oh boy.
And I will draw over the map.
The map is being drawn over.
Oh, it's a circle.
It's accuracy.
Basically, it looks a lot prettier than this, but it's basically a giant circle with a big L in it, with scratch marks going across it like a claw.
Yeah, someone didn't like that they took that L.
Well, the scratch marks are a part of the design. It's not like actual
Scratch marks
Scratch
over
marks.
right now.
But consider, did I stutter?
I have to ask this now because I'm curious with how this is going.
Uh-huh.
The girls, because they first joined the campaign with the concept of knowing everything, they basically, I said you have to have a reason to be involved in the creed. I'm asking that of the same of you guys. I believe Nocturne wants money, and
Yeah, he's looking for a new career path.
okay, and Hrork,
Creation.
creation, cool, which is good because that's what they're part of what they stand for in their own ways. Everyone here, though, if both of you want to roll religion checks.
Damn, alright.
Boop, boop, beep, boop, boop. Yay.
This probably makes sense, though. Nocturne, you're not exactly familiar with everything about the legacy itself.
Mhm.
I'm sure you've heard of it because it is something every Gigantrian
definitely.
has heard of. It's the alliance.
Unless I was living off under a rock.
yeah,
which I
unless you
haven't
were
been.
like extremely like monstrous or something with sentience, or like you lived on an island by yourself, whatever, you know. But
Yeah.
it's basically an old alliance between the dragons and the Fae.
I'm sort of monstrous with the sentient.
Yeah, but you're also civilized.
You are civilized and light touched. We're
Yes.
talking about like
Yeah.
Like some hermit living off in the fucking middle of nowhere over here.
Yeah. Oh, anyway, sorry.
You're good. You see also what appears to be a group of people lining up to go into the doors because they're letting people in through the doors at the very end of the hall. There's tons of rooms on either side. There's 3 rooms on either side, very large rooms. And at the end of the hallway, all the way down, it seems like a very long castle rather than wide. There is a... Well, first off, the first doors you came in were redwood, like darker redwood is what they were made of. And these doors are made of the same thing. And they lead into... They're opened, and they lead into what seems to be a big-ass dining hall that just keeps going down. Think Harry Potter.
Big.
Tons of people in there. You can hear it from down the hall. You see people walking around left and right of all different races, all different everywhere around the world. This is like the airport, basically. To your right, to your like diagonal right, you see an administration front desk sort of room, and you see somebody working at it. Seems to be smaller in size.
Is there a line in front of it at all?
There is not. It's an open desk sort of thing. Very pretty maple wood.
Just one desk, one person?
There is another person, but they are filing behind them. Filing between
And
like
what is
mail and
the
whatnot.
person sitting at the desk doing?
Currently they are smiling at you.
Oh, then that's probably like, hey, dipshit, you're supposed to come over this way. So yeah, Nocturne's gonna head that direction.
Hrork will follow.
Probably because he has no better idea.
And what would I have gotten on that 17 religion? Or,
That's
Probably
what you
just more
got.
information.
Yeah, not what Nocturne got.
So I zoned out with what I thought that was what Nocturne got.
Yeah, I just got, oh, hey, yeah, this is the thing
Yep.
about the stuff and the thing, and yeah.
Got it. Just sorry.
I got the bare minimum out of that. You got everything.
Got it.
How can I help you?
We're 2 new recruits for this venture you guys are starting up.
Really? That's great. Give me just a moment.
Oh, understandable.
You can have all the time you need.
Bella! Ding, 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 ding.
A bell starts to ring a little bit. And you see this fairy basically zoom out from behind the wall, because there's doors that lead to the back part of the room. And the fairy
Oh god, she came from the back rooms. Oh god, oh fuck.
Oh, so small. God.
We're
We are here to apply for the legacy creed.
There's no applying, you just follow the creed. But if you mean this branch, then yeah.
Yes, exactly. What I meant.
she does an aerial backflip in the air and flies out to the middle of the hallway.
Oh. I guess we
hell.
can go that way then.
Yep. Nocturne will say under his breath, fucking hate fairies.
That's not what she says.
Did he even understand in the first place?
She said, "Follow the yellow brick road."
No.
You guys
Of which there
head
is
in.
none.
I'm assuming you follow.
Yeah.
Okay. Loud. I'll actually change the audio for you just real quick, since there's no more obviously outside stuff going on.
Yeah, it started to sound like a funeral at some parts.
Yeah, it was starting to get depressing, TV.
Jesus Christ.
It's like, oh fuck, sending off our Viking brethren.
We will remember them.
Now that is much more magnificent. Carry on.
As you come into this huge, beautiful dining hall, it's very lit up, very bright compared to like the rest of the castle. That's a bit more darker, a bit more calming. People are eating preemptively, like having appetizers and whatnot. It looks like something is going to happen soon, but hasn't started yet, and people are just getting spots. The fairy is leading you like phew, 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 through different people, basically like leaving fairy dust behind her. Some people sneeze on it, as fairy dust makes you sneeze. You guys are basically led down the big hall and towards one of the side doors of the main stage that is at the very end of this dining hall. Up on the stage, you see that there's nobody currently, except maybe like 1 or 2 assistants that are doing things. The fairy, surprisingly, pushes the door and it opens. And the door opens up. Do you guys step outside or stay in the dining hall? What you doing?
Well, you clearly meant to go there, so stepping out. Oh no, the music cut.
Oh, God,
Oh, no.
It's actually a sacrificial pit!
Damn, dead before the session actually
It
started.
was a trap.
Heading out, the fairy looks The fairy still looks happy, which is a bit creepy with this setting. It is a very nice training ground that is enclosed by the back walls of the castle. Let me get the picture of it real quick. I was supposed to draw this, but we'll do that next time.
No.
Huge walls with big ass octagonal towers, big ass gatehouse in the back of it. There are animals, as there is both a barn that is housing livestock, and you see people bringing their livestock into it. Once again, it looks like this place is being set up overall. Like it was once an abandoned castle with abandoned fields and whatnot, but is now a beautiful setup for this new part of a creed. The stables have horses neighing, there's people riding them and talking to each other. Some people showing off their abilities with horses, some people being tested. It is at this point that a fellow little man comes up to you.
I must say, they've done a real marvelous job with this place.
It's very.
Yes.
Still not sure why they have horses on an island.
Why not?
They also have a greenhouse and a martial training area.
Mm-hmm.
And a fighting pit in the middle, or a dueling pit. Roped off sections, and you see two people in there boxing it out. Coming up to you, though, is this little fella. Tung, 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 tung. He is in full plate armor. He looks like he just got out of a fight. Like, he's got bandaged wounds that are bleeding still. You're not sure from what, but you doubt that anyone around here could have done it to him. It's kind of scary. Some of them are like burn marks. It's a bit otherworldly. Anyway, this very gray-beard dwarf looks up at the both of you and goes, "No, I need a bunch of new recruits.
Are you okay, sir?
I've never
Obviously
been chipper."
not.
Oh, I've been... We're fine. Very, very well then.
Why do you ask?
You're fucked up.
You're still like Hrork's doing like the sort of like back away kind of like was
What?
saying in place kind of thing, pointing. Still bleeding.
What? Bleeding? God damn it. I must have... Fuck. Listen, that's alright. Come on. You must be new recruits, right?
Like that one bandage is like if I applied a red paintbrush on a spot and just
I'm gonna slap
pressed
you if
it
you don't
in
answer me.
Sorry.
Yes, we are.
Fantastic. We need all the help we can get. My name is Bracked Earthgut. I'm sure you've heard of me in some fable.
Let's find out.
History check.
Yes!
Um,
No!
who?
You recognize this Nocturne to be an individual who is actually quite famous. Someone who originally fought for the Kingdom of Rhyme during its glory days,
Warrior!
but is now has since retired and was not known of where they went.
Now we do. Well, now I do.
Yep, seems to be. He has a large mace, by the way, holstered on his hip. He waddles. He's very tiny
Of course, he's a dwarf.
for a dwarf. Yeah, very muscular, very tiny, gray beard, handlebar mustache twirled. Says, "All right. Well, we are glad to give you an explanation, but sorry, I'm trying to get back in the voice. But for now, I'm going to need you both to prove to me that you can even fight. Is that all right?"
Of course.
Understandable. Yes.
Great, wonderful. I'm not sure where Mergay is, but you'll meet her after if we approve of your fighting tactics. We just got out of a little bit of a jaunt ourselves. Yared!
I can tell.
You see this huge, like maybe 6 foot tallish dragonborn, so matching about your height. come up. He's
Good night,
wearing,
tower over.
think of a crusader sort of outfit, with silver knight crusader sort of style with the talberd or whatever it's called, of an old
Tabard.
crest. Yeah, tabard with the old crest on it, crest marking of a different kingdom, of dragonborn nature. Go figure. He's old, but not old enough to be granny or grandpa. Probably in late 40s, early 50s.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll get his voice out. Give me a minute.
Also, what's the dwarf's name again?
Ruckhead. I'll give it to you.
I know the last name is Earthgut.
And there is actually sound of combat all around you, especially as you're heading towards the martial.
You are deeper.
You do be pre-deep.
Ah, hello there.
Greetings.
Hello.
Are you our newest recruits?
Oh, we appear so.
One of them, anyway.
Fantastic.
He also looks really fucked up. He's actually leaning on a cane.
Hrork will sort of lean a little bit down to Nocturne. I'm not sure I'm liking the looks of this place from the inside. Seems a little bit more brutal.
Yeah, you've never been in a tavern brawl, have you?
I can't say I have, no.
Yeah, this is normal.
Seeing you both speak like this, he
This was more of a whisper talk, too.
oh yeah, no, he's not. He doesn't know what you're saying. Just hold on.
Yeah, okay.
I assure you that I am quite alright. It's just been a long day. We had to save some new recruits.
Actually, that made me think, what is the time of the day currently, right now?
It is.
Is it morning, noon, evening?
It's about 1 p.m.
Okay.
Mid-afternoon.
Yep.
It's only been half the day so far.
Quite right. Well, I hope that I'm not
Well-
intimidating.
No, but hopefully the rest of your day turns out better than what appears you have faced so far.
He very calmly and tiredly shrugs and goes,
That will depend on your capabilities. If you would, please step into the arena.
Of course.
Hrork has sort of a nervous look.
he
Yes.
ushers you into
Oh no.
he ushers you into what appears to be a ranged and close combat quarters, which has targets that are not moving. And the first thing Bruckhead says, he speaks up.
All right. What are you two? What kind of fighters are you?
I prefer close range and stealth.
What kind of weapons did you bring, son?
Short sword, a dagger, and my magic.
A magic. Is it ranged magic?
Sort of.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what.
It's not particularly offensive yet.
Well, you'll just have to show me. You the big one, hairy
Yes.
one. Come with me. Let's get you out of the arena and let your friend have it. Everyone, clear the floor.
Oh,
You hear the fighting sort of calm down as the people that were like martial combating monks and whatnot, they sort of back up. You have this entire arena to yourself to show off, basically. You got ranged targets, you got targets close up, you have archery targets like bullseyes.
question.
Yes.
Do any of the targets count as creatures for the purpose of this demonstration?
Sure, yeah.
Okay, good. In that case,
Come on, show me! I'm so excited.
That's not what he sounds like. He's like,
is
Come on and show me.
any of the region in dim light or darkness?
there is a shadow overcasting from the greenhouse and barn on the top left of the little arena. It's more of a fenced-in area, but
Mm. And are there targets in the shadowy area?
yeah.
Okay, good. Multiple or just one?
We'll say there's a couple. It looks like they've been put off to the side for maintenance, but that's, you know, you do what you gotta do.
Sweet. In that case, we will move into that area, draw my short sword, and use Shadow Blink to teleport next to one of the targets and give it the fat smack.
That smack. It most certainly does smack like a blink, swink. Oh, did you see that one? That's the wrong voice.
You went really Irish there.
Yeah, that's my other character that I'm playing.
Yeah.
He goes,
Did you see that one? They fucking sliced him.
oh, and he like claps his little hands.
Then we'll toss Hex on that. And yeah, just go again.
It's
And then for the necrotic.
a little bit of the wood starts to chip away as this necrotic damage sort of takes it away. You see Yared, the big lizard, or not lizard folk, dragonborn, look curious, and he raises a hand, and you see this white glow around his hand as the mannequin starts to reform, and he puts his hand back down.
Mm-hmm.
You can sense that he's using some sort of holy magic.
Yeah.
You have one more thing you can do. I'm gonna allow both of you to do 3 things in this section.
And let's drop the sword, pull out the short bow, and fire at one of the archery targets. Oh,
It just hits off of a metal piece nearby. Some armor laying on the ground.
Oh, you just steer home.
Fuck. Sorry.
You almost had him.
Nocturne looks visibly disappointed in himself.
Alrighty, come on out. You did your best, and I'm proud of you for that one. You
Gonna
there,
retrieve the arrow and then get out.
big fella. What's your name?
Hrork.
Hrork.
Hrork. Hrork with an
Hrork
H.
is my favorite meal.
It's Hrork with an H at the big
I'm
stuff.
just messing with you, Hrork with an H at the beginning.
He slaps you on the ass.
Get in there. Show us what you're capable of.
Damn, bro.
Yes, sir. All right. Hrork approaches. Yeah, assuming Nocturne clears out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Show us what you caught. Gosh, I can't wait for this one. Oh, I want to punch something.
So, Hrork will pull out a javelin first at 30 feet distance.
Oh, look at him. He's got a big spike. He's gonna stab him. He's gonna stab someone.
And I'm gonna toss at the dummy.
Oh, he's gonna throw it. He's gonna throw it.
Oh no!
You throw it, and it slips out the back of your hand.
Oh,
And it goes, whoop, and Nocturne, you think for a moment that this dwarf is about to get impaled. The dwarf, looking at you, Nocturne, saying these things in excitement without looking, grabs the spear and just keeps talking. He's gonna throw it. It's gonna be. Wait, what?
oh, sorry. I look at my lever glad that spirit paint. Probably slipped. My apologies.
Oh, do you need this back?
No, I have others. But
Here,
I
take
would
this
prefer
one
it back. Oh god.
He's gonna throw it past you, thankfully.
Okay. Oh,
See what he gets.
alright. Hrork is going again for another javelin.
That is a 20.
Okay. Oh boy.
As it goes straight through a one of the mannequins.
Hrork goes for another javelin.
Go for it. This one hits. It lands. Are you hitting the same one that he hit or a different one?
There was others. I assume probably the other, different one than
Okay.
the ones he hit. Probably the one he tried to shoot with the archery, but missed the bow on.
So the javelin goes through the archery target.
Then Hrork will pull out the pike, but try doing a fancy little spin twirl with it. I will roll performance with this.
Oh no! Oh,
And then I'm gonna move 15 feet, and then I'm gonna hit it.
Oh shit!
As the arms just stretch a little bit, as I stab both arms with the pike reached.
fucking go!
You break it. What you're attacking? It breaks in half.
The dummy breaks from 15 feet away as my arms stretch along, and so the pike has a reach of 10 feet.
See that one? Oh, me old blood, me old blood.
This dwarf is bouncing, not turn. So much.
I'm gonna
so,
do another spin and I'm gonna do another twirl with the pike and put it back in the sheath.
Okay.
Let's fucking go!
Holy fuck! All right, can I describe this one better?
Yeah, go for it.
Because it's a fucking natural 20. Holy shit! Dude, started with that one, but now going to the 20 is gonna be fucking less than for the rest of the session. So Hrork stabs, and after he pulls back with the arms, a little bit weird with how the arms kind of stretch, being so long-limbed too. Twirls the pike around in both hands, then one hand, then tosses it into the air, and it then just slides right back into its little sheath.
The dwarf bouncing and clapping is held in place as as Yared basically puts a hand over his head and just holds him in place from bouncing too high.
Whew. I don't think I was ever going to pull that off, actually.
I don't need to see anything else.
Yes!
I
Yeah,
am
that
so
was totally
impressed. Oh, Nocturne, can I punch you?
No.
Ah! And he's gonna punch the ground.
Oh, this is great. This is great.
Hrork's gonna retrieve his javelins.
The both of you. Oh, okay. Head on up and speak to the snake lady. Well, I don't, the Gorgon lady, excuse me. Her name is Mergay. She is the third leader. Speak to her, and she'll get you sorted out with joining. You've passed. You can defend both of yourselves. Damn it, I'm going
right.
Irish.
Oh, we appreciate the honors, and thank you for being such a humble judge.
Nocturne will salute and just not say anything.
Hrork will give a slight bow. reaching 6 feet in height with the bow instead of 7'10".
As you're walking away, Nocturne, you hear in your head,
Your performance
Okay.
was also very, very good. Very interesting.
Nocturne will look over to the Dragonborn.
has like the same expression and gives you a nod.
Nocturne will nod back.
Alrighty. The ferry is no longer there, but you guys know how to get back if you wish.
Yeah.
Alright.
Go do the little speaky speak to the Gorgon, whose
Mhm.
name I already forgot.
I don't think we got a name.
Mergay,
Oh, Mergay. Okay.
is what he called her. You will notice that she does have human parts except for her hair. Her hair and her
Mhm.
eyes are the only part of her that is Gorgon. Very hot. Does
Well,
not look
considering
combat.
what she's wearing.
Yeah, does not look combat oriented at all. She turns to face the both of you. Hello there.
Hello.
Who might you be?
I'm Hrork.
Hrork.
Nocturne. Brukad and Yared send us with their commendations.
Right.
We appear to have passed the trading test, or at least the physical one. So it does. Well.
I forgot about such a nerd tasks. That's quite alright. Sorry, I was just bothered by someone. I'm a bit off-put.
I can
Oh.
tell.
Apologies.
What seems to be the problem?
Just a gentleman who works with science at this establishment. It's on my nerves. I had to tell him to go away or I would turn him to stone.
Oh,
Ah.
I see.
Her eyes are like unblinking. It's the best way to describe them.
Mm-hmm.
They seem wide enough. They're definitely in the reptilian shape of that oval. However, they are wide instead of closed, like narrowed. She picks up again. Right, well, back to business. Excuse me and my manners. I am Murgay. I am the
Nocturne.
Nocturne. And you are Hrork, correct? Hrork?
Yes.
Quite right. I am the ambassador for many things. Particularly one of this establishment now, this new branch. If you would like, recruits normally are shown to quarters if they pass, and I will usually my assistant, Minue, who is not here. I believe she escorted a few individuals to the nearby village on the island. So I will show you myself if you don't mind.
Not at all.
No, not at all.
Quite right. As I said before, I am a ambassador around Giganthria, most famously known for monstrous kind that are either not light touched yet or we're looking to become light touched, or simply civilized through other means. If sentient enough, if intelligent enough, I of course bring them. She's saying this as she's walking, and you hear the click of the heels.
I figured it was a walk and talk kind of deal.
Typically speaking, I work with monstrous and humanoid kind trying to get along. And she will gesture to her snakes that will look back at you as they all look behind her. It's kind of like when, your mom or dad or whoever in your life has always been like, I got an eye in the back of my head, I can see you. That's basically what she's doing.
So, I, I think you are doing a very wondrous service. I sort of understood the being perceived as a monster.
Quite right. Well, typically. And this is your room, by the way, on the first floor.
Was she gesturing to when saying your room, or is she referring to both of us?
She's pointing at Hrork first.
Oh, okay.
They're the
So
same rooms with the same accommodations all around. You can personalize them as you wish. But for now,
beautiful.
yes, this one is yours, Hrork, and Nocturne, if you would like. This one at the end of the hall is yours. You can see that there are tons of rooms. Of course.
Rourke thinks to himself that I'm gonna have so many paintings.
I am not obligated to, or I am obligated to repeat this from our wonderful Yared, but you are not, of course, required to stay here at all times or anything like such. All are welcome to follow the creed as they wish, and if you want to use this as a quarters of some type, you may. If you feel like you will not be using it and you want to give it up to someone else, then of course that is welcome. Bunking is fine as well. Just let our administration or my assistant know.
Well, I can definitely think of some uses for the room, but if case may be that I might not have perchance to stay long.
Right, well, if you are joining this branch, you will always have a home here.
Great to know.
One last thing.
Been a bit since I had a home to stay in.
She slowly turns to look at you, Nocturne, and all the snakes kind of perk up with curiosity.
What's the pay like?
The pay here is circumstantial and depends on who you're working for. And she smiles. If you're working for me, the pay is both... the pay can be adjusted, but rather you get more experiences that you would not get elsewhere. Places that you've never seen, people that you've never spoke to, magic you didn't know existed. But of course, with any job, there is coin involved. You work
Consider my interest piqued.
Very well then. I look forward to possibly looking or working with you all. The Arid in Brookhead have their own pay systems and their own jobs, which will be gone over with the meeting. When the time comes for dining, there will be a big meeting, and 2 recruits will probably come get you. We've been sending the less busy looking ones to go fetch people.
I've noticed. We've already met Soft Side and her brother.
Soft Side is quite interesting, being from such
very
a
bad
far...
at common.
Right, well, I'll look to improve that with them, as I will anyone. As well as, if you need... Actually, God, my head is so elsewhere. Let me help you real quick with something. If you want, it is voluntary. I can, this is going to come as a bit of a shock, So please don't freak out. I've warned you. I can
Oh?
see your ancestry and tell you which side of the Alliance your hidden talents could show themselves on.
Oh? That's...
Go for it.
She places both of her hands out very delicately, palm side up towards you, Nocturne, and closes her eyes. All I need is for you to simply take my hands for a moment.
You will do so.
Cautiously, Hrork will extend a hand out.
It can only be done one at a time.
Oh, sorry.
It's quite all right. And she will begin to rise, not off the ground, but like her head will begin to rise up. The snakes will begin to lower down, and then she will suddenly open her eyes, and they're completely dilated, like a snake or a reptilian,
Mm-hmm.
and they're glowing a bit. I can see many things. I do not have to ask questions. You have a very strong reading. You definitely come from a more draconic side. One, two, three. And she will close her eyes. The snakes will come back down, and she'll look to you, Hrork. I'm sorry, Nocturne. I see many things when I do this with people, and we do not share it, but I do recognize it all the way back to the beginning of the Alliance. And if you were curious, many of your ancestors come from the dragon side of creation.
Interesting.
It's a long lineage, so don't be too surprised that you don't look like Yaret or anyone. It's a very small percent of your ancestry. Hrork?
Still a notable one.
Well, time for me.
Your hands, please.
Hrork will, again, like last time, cautiously extend them.
You guys are like doing this in the hallway. People are poking their heads out like, oh my god, she's doing it again.
Oh my god.
Right, well, it seems that we have a little bit more room for questions with you. Her eyes open, fucking bulging, looking at you. Give me a wisdom saving throw.
Ah!
Right, I can't hold this one for long. Are you more of a creative or destructive person in nature, would you say?
I'd like to think myself creative.
Right. And I'm looking farther back. Would you extend a hand to a helping person and give them what they gave to you, endearing of kindness?
Certainly.
Do you feel that all creatures are created equal?
I'll get back to you on that.
Closes the eyes. Snakes go down. Right.
Oh.
Oh, that always takes such... She's like fanning herself. Takes so much out of me. You are a fae. Easily enough.
Well, that explains the pixie.
The pixie?
Maybe another time.
Another time, right?
Yes.
Well, I am needed elsewhere at the moment. For both of you, do you have any questions or needs?
When will dinner and all that begin?
Two will come by to grab you by the name of Sharp Tip and let me grab the other name real quick. Sharp Tip and Heart Spot, both Leonin siblings.
Mm.
Before my question, the rooms are they just unlocked, or do we need to fetch
I'm
a key
quite
for
wrong.
them?
I'm quite wrong. One moment, sorry, my head's off.
Oh.
It's not the Leonins. It would be the Tritons again.
Oh,
Ah.
Yes.
but again, about the key, or are the rooms just unlocked, or what?
Administration will help you with that.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that is not my department, unfortunately. I'm going to go now before that creep shows up again. She's like looking up and down the halls. Regardless, though, I hope to see you all soon.
Likewise to
I'm
you too.
sure you will.
Right.
And if you need assistance with that, let me know.
Yes, of course. And I need to make sure that my assistant is okay. Time to go find the Murdergay. And that's where we're going to end your session 0.
Woo!